Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Hello once again, friends. The reason I say that is because it seems like I can't just get like a week once in a while to get away from comic sales. I mean, there were some times when I thought I'd get some breathing room, and I could, take a break, but there are these like sales posted, and I have to go. I'm compelled to go. I can't stop. Maybe someday, but as for now, hit up a bunch of sales the past few months, I guess, or a couple months. Mainly Dan at a local shop called Mad Cat Comics. There was firstly a three for $1.25 sale, 50 cents each, or three for $1.25, something like that. But then more price reductions on bulk. Then he got some new 50-cent bins. And when I was talking to him, he was saying like, you know what, man, I think I might stop doing the dollar bins. And I was telling him like, dude, actually, you know what? You actually have some of the best dollar bins I've ever seen, even better than a lot of comic conventions. And he was like, oh man, thanks, man. I don't know if he knew that. But had he been, he should have known that. I'm sure other people have told him. Maybe I'd kept it to myself because I didn't want to like mess up a good thing, maybe. But so this past weekend, well, shortly before the weekend, he posted that he had a new dollar bin section up of all new stuff, and yeah, I don't know, a dozen-ish or more long boxes of brand new dollar bin stuff, and a lot of it is like really great condition and from all different eras. That's this stuff here. So let's get to it. There are a couple of other sellers too. We'll stop and talk about those. Mostly it's bargain bin stuff. There's some stuff that's like a little more, so those will be some nice treats along the way also. Let's rock. Yeah, firstly this like three for $1.25 sale. So I had told myself a while ago I wanted to check out some of that John Byrne Alpha Flight run and get a bunch of them if I could, but I was like, yeah, if they're like probably less than $1.50 each, I would. So was able to do that at this point. A bunch here. Alpha Flight number 4, number 5. Some of them have this mark though, but I just kind of want to like read these, see what they're like. Alpha Flight number 5, number 6, the famous Snowblind issue where he's getting paid to do just like kind of white pages. Still getting the page rate though. Infamous issue. Number 7, number 8, number 9, number 9, number 13. Maybe I'm not really a fan of the John Byrne Wolverine face though. I don't know. Half and half, I guess. Number 14, number 15, number 16. Sorry, just gotta stretch. I accidentally punched the ceiling. Number 18, number 24, 248. Oh, that's a big issue. Feels thick. Number 35, number 36, number 41, number 43. Oh, some extra copies of Cinder and Ash. Yeah, this is a fun read. Let me see if maybe I'll show you like a bit of the interior here. We got a chance. Jerry Conway and Jose Luis Garcia Lopez on the art. This is a fun story. Talked about this previously. So yeah, it was always hard for me to find like these issues. I kind of pieced them together and then had to send away for issue number 4. But this is a slightly more beat up set. But yeah, found them all at once here. But they are still like more beat up than the ones I have, so I don't feel too much regret about all my efforts in the past. No regrets actually. This is a nice series. Number 3, and the final issue, number 4. A kind of famous-ish issue of G.I. Joe, I think, number 52. Maybe I'm wrong, but Storm Shadow issue, I think. James Bond, For Your Eyes Only, number 1. Some Marvel Universe Deluxe Edition, number 13. Book of the Dead Deluxe Edition of Marvel Universe, number 19. number 20. I've been talking about these lately, so you know. Moon Knight, number 11. Why not try out some Moon Knight, rather. Is this Sienkiewicz also? I think so on this series, right? Number 11. Number 12. Some Mystery. That's Mystery number 2. Yeah, it's just Mystery. Like, at first it was called Thrilling Detective Adventures, and they kind of wanted to do kind of like an anthology series where this would be a running story, but they wanted to have like guest writers and artists and stuff, and maybe do like 2 or 3 stories per issue or magazine. But it just worked out that they ended up kind of like doing their own thing. Let me see here. This has a Frank Miller pinup though. What year is this? Also 83. But let's see if I can find that Frank Miller. Yeah, kind of Sin City style even back then, 1983. Some early Sin City-ish art, maybe. Mystery number 6. Number 11. Number 12. I will say, like, I've read like several of these. They kind of run in like an ongoing story. Whereas I feel like so far I like the Mystery Quarterlies from DC maybe a little better. These are still fun though. This is number 27, number 36. Some Laser Eraser and Press Button. It's number 5. I don't know why I'm getting these. I'm kind of on the fence on if I like these or not, but they have kind of like a weird 2000 AD-ish kind of thing with, guys from there. You'll see like Gary Leach and Alan Davis and early Steve Dillon and stuff like that in here. Raiders of the Lost Ark, number 1. Number 3. This is like a deluxe Raiders of the Lost Ark, and containing the whole thing. A thicker boy. I didn't even know there was like Roger Rabbit comics, but there's Roger Rabbit's Toontown number 3. I'm like, who published this? But I guess you can tell it's like Disney. Kind of there. Roger Rabbit number 13. Some Saber by Don McGregor and Paul Gulacy, number 2. I'll see what those are about. Spider, Reign of the Vampire King by Tim Truman, Al Catania, and Samuel Parsons. You know I love this team. Give it a quick look here, maybe. Looks good. Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man Annual, number 6. Why did I get this again? It just kind of looks good, maybe. Yeah, that figure art does look pretty awesome. And that black costume, too. Starstruck, number 1. These are kind of a dime a dozen, I guess, honestly. Number 2. But it's Michael William Kaluta, so... I still never read this, so every time I try, I, like, can't. Maybe I need to, like, try and bend my mind or something to get into it. Star Trek number 2. Strange Days number 1. Strange Days number 2. Tales to Astonish, starring the Submariner, number 4. Number 11. Number 12. Classic X-Men, number 48. Try to fix the light. Sorry about that. Number 55. Looks kind of like Jim Lee-ish or Will Spertasio-ish art, maybe. Number 64. That's Mike Mignola, Natch. X-Men Annual number 12. I kind of don't realize it that I just like... I guess these might be like kind of a dime a dozen too. You kind of seem to see these all over. But anywho. Okay, Heartburst by Rick Veitch. This is Marvel graphic novel number 10. Isn't this like rated as like one of the better, not only pieces of like Rick Veitch, but Marvel graphic novels? Some people say something like that. I can't remember. This seems vaguely like familiar in my memory. And Recall, visiting Total Recall. It's kind of painted interiors there. Nice bush. Nice painted bush. Nice crying. Nice punching in the face. That's a good indication with the sound effects that it's repeated punches there. Yeah, this just looks weird. And we like weird here. We like weird. An issue of, I think, what's the deal with this? These are maybe from like dollar bins or something like that there. Tour #1. Maybe that was from a $2 bin actually. Oh, it's 3D. Cool, cool. You know what? I'm wondering if, let's take a quick look if this is Joe Kubert interiors in 3D. That'd be kind of interesting. I don't know if his line work would lend itself well to 3D, but oh, it's sick. It has the glasses in there too. Should I just tear those out and diminish the value? I'm kind of not even joking there. Like, I won't, it won't hold me back, but I'm gonna see if, like, I have like a bag of like 20 different kinds of 3D glasses where the tints are just slightly different from each other. And, well, actually, like a bag like this, actually. Just put them in one of these, but, yeah, keep that with the 3D comic and magazine section, and just, see if one of those works, probably. I'm not totally hardcore about defacing things, just to enjoy them. Maybe I'm coming around. He had this on the wall. I wanted this for a while, because it's the only one I'm missing of the ongoing. Well, I have a beat-up copy, but, this is really minty, actually, and he went down to 20 bucks on this, along with giving me a deal in bulk for all the other stuff. So, Punisher #1 of the ongoing. Slow Death #8, he went down to 5 on this. He's just a nice guy, really easy to deal with, and often he'll suggest, like, the deal that I'm thinking in my head anyways, so we see eye to eye. Yeah, underground stuff, I guess. But is this, like, kind of environmentalism, Greenpeace associated or something? Who knows? Who knows how that'll go, you know? A 50-cent copy of Zap, so this is kind of an early printing, I think. I can't even remember. It's, I can't remember what printing this is, but, Underground Comics Anthology, 70s, I guess, right? Take a quick look. Spain cover. Oh yeah, this looks nuts. The Spain art in here just looks freaking insane, man. You know, I've heard a lot about Spain before, but I guess this is, like, looking at this, I think I can see why people were recommending them. Yeah, that looks just insane, man. Gilbert Shelton. Some Crumb. I didn't really prepare for this video, so I'm gonna try to keep it moving. We'll stop once in a while, though, to check out some anomalies, though, some weird stuff along the way, you know. Who did this now? S. Clay Wilson. This is pretty freaking minty also, except that cover just has like a couple, it's almost like a price tag was taken off and removed some of it. Just, you know, for those interested in that kind of thing. But these, I love how, like, these pages don't feel dusty at all. They feel so clean, actually, touching these. I think there's ways to do that. Like, say if you store a comic in its, like, bag, I think you can absorb stuff maybe with, like, a bit of baking soda in there and stuff. I don't know. I don't want to spread false rumors, though, but I've done that to remove some, like, moisture or odors and stuff. It might work with the musty, dusty thing. But here's that little thing. Let's see if, I'm just curious what printing this is. Anyways, it's 74 with a 50-cent cover price, but blah blah. I'm not too bothered about it. Just want to check it out. It's always interesting though. Okay, moving on. Okay, here's from one a little later than that, just like 50-cent stuff. He said he had brought in some new bins that he was just turning into 50-cent bins. Alpha Flight number 2, Alpha Flight number 3, number 5. Some of these might be doubles because I wasn't keeping too much track. Number 6, another issue of Snowblind. Extra then. Number 9, number 9. Number 13, yeah, I know these, recognize this covers now, it's doubles. Number 14, number 15. Some Black Widow. Why not try a random Black Widow issue for 50 cents? The Brave and the Bold, number 1 from December, is this 91 or 81? But I saw that it had Green Arrow and The Question, two characters which I like. I'm not familiar with The Butcher, but then also saw that it's the team is Mike Grell, Mike Barron, and Shea Anton Pensa. I like Grell and Barron, so them working on these characters I like, I'll give this a shot. Paul Chadwick, Think Like a Mountain, or Concrete, Think Like a Mountain, Chapter 3. Just putting together a ton of concrete. Daredevil 194. A lot of Daredevil also. 197. Deadman number 4. From that initial Neil Adams stuff. Masculine Shroud's Dominion, Conflict 1. Number 3. I'll always grab these for interest, but these are probably worth some dough too. It seems like all that Studio Proteus stuff is worth a lot more than it used to be. I guess people have found an appreciation for it. Anyway, Flinch. This is a Vertigo horror anthology series from what year? August 1999. I didn't really this one went past my radar, I guess, when it came out, but I'll check it out. A Vertigo horror anthology. You've got Garth Ennis, Kieran Dwyer, Kelly Jones, so I'll check that out. Fury, Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson. Just revisiting this. I've had it before and just sold it, but I'll try it out again. Number 2, number 4. I think that was number 2, right? Yeah, number 4, number 5. A newer series of Fury that I hadn't read, Peacemaker, number 6. I'd read the first 2 by Garth Ennis, and the second one I thought was kind of better than the first. This is more recent, though. I'm not familiar with that. Ghost Rider, number 21. This is kind of an iconic cover. If memory serves, this is it's Caseta and Palmiotti. Number 30. Andy and Joe Kubert, kind of a cool team. Andy Kubert on the penciling and Joe Kubert, his dad, inking. It kind of looks awesome, actually. I like that combination because Andy Kubert's kind of bringing the modernity, kind of layouts and stuff to it, but Joe Kubert gives it that gritty Joe Kubert inking that I just kind of love. So I think this is a pretty awesome combination. Yeah, you find these in bargain bins, so I think it's kind of cool. I'll try these out. Howard Mackie, kind of juvenile, kind of goth stuff. Maybe kind of like Spawn or The Crow before Spawn and The Crow. A little bit with that kind of vibe. Mike Grell, Green Arrow, The Longbow Hunters, number 3. Just figure I'll put it together a second set of this if I can to pass along. Greenhaven, number 1. This has, it's Aircell. It does have a Barry Blair kind of look. Let's look inside. There's probably some bulging underwear and stuff in here. It's Barry Blair. Let's see. But sometimes it's kind of fun to read. At least the dialogue just kind of keeps things moving. But I haven't really kept anything by this guy that I've read so far. I usually end up selling it or trading it away. But I mean, you kind of... I'm just maybe a kind of a sucker for that kind of 80s simple kind of elf shit. But I never got into ElfQuest or something. I don't really... That aesthetic just kind of... For some reason I never found it, or got appealed to it or whatever. Anyway, kind of, what's that shit called? Going on a tangent. Or that Mike Grell back cover. I forgot that there was some of that back cover on Longbow Hunters. Gru, the Wanderer, from Epic Comics, number 14. Harlan Ellison's Dream Corridor, number 2. What's the deal with this again? It's like different short stories by him, but with different artists. Yeah, it is. That's number 2. Number 3. Here's number 4. Yeah, so I guess a continuing story in here is his kind of classic I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. In this case, adapted by John Byrne. Using that, I guess that like duo shade or duotone board or paper, maybe. The same that he used on like that OMAC 90s, by the looks of it. Though this time with color, so a little less heavy on that. Number 5, Huntress, number 1. Just kind of a nice cover, so it got me to grab it. Well, 50 cents also. Johnny Dynamite, number 1. Who is this artist, man? It looks kind of good. Take a quick look. Mitch O'Connell did the cover painting. It's hard to find credits sometimes. I'm paying attention more to this like editors. Bob Schreck did a lot of good stuff throughout his career. Coincidentally, I guess he started Oni Press in its like early times. So that might be something to check out. I know he worked with like Frank Miller a lot on some of his weird stuff. Okay, Max Collins, the writer, Terry Beatty on the art, doing this like 3-color thing where it's just black, white, and red. Doing it before it was cool, maybe, but it's definitely effective. It's really striking. Like it definitely keeps you want to look at it, or like a mild sense of maybe agitation also by the red. Maybe I'm just bullheaded Minotaur though. Looks good though. Terry Beatty just growing in his art chops throughout the years, I guess. Innovation Comics, Terry Pratchett's The Light Fantastic. Every time I see this, man, I'm like, is it going to be Shadow the Torturer? But no. I never see Shadow the Torturer, but we'll take a chance on this. My homie John was there. You know, the dude who like has awesome bins and similar taste, but he was telling me to get these. Lot 13 by Steve Niles, and if I'd have seen Glenn Fabry, I would have been like, whoa. But I think Steve Niles, was he doing kind of like underground or indie writing in like horror stories and stuff? The name sounds kind of familiar. But anyways, Glenn Fabry does awesome stuff. I like his like non-cover stuff even, like better than covers maybe, but I do like his covers a lot. But they don't show like all his abilities of what he can actually do. Number 4 and number 5. So almost a full set of that, I think. Can't stop putting together a second set of that Sam Keith Wolverine from Marvel Comics Presents. In this case, issue number 89. I've looked in here before. Some Jack Kirby's New Gods, number 5. Putting this all together too. These are like the first reprints, I think, right? Something like that. Philippe Druyer's Nosferatu. A little bit different than his heavy metal style art, but let's take a quick look in here. Oh, it's like square bound. It looks like it's reprinted from magazine size, hence the extra space at the top and bottom, and the smaller text, which makes it harder on these eyes, I tell you. I miss when my eyes were like really like I could like draw and read like hyper detail, but I don't know, man. I guess I need 8 more carats. Let's try doing that. Yeah, I'll have to be spectacled for reading this. But yeah, we'll check out some Drie anytime. Nosferatu from, I don't know who this press is, but this is number 3 of 4. Kind of a cool cover. I'm just curious. Plague of Terror is the subtitle. I'm just curious on the interior here. Frank Turner on pencils and inks, it says. Mark Ellis on story. Just randomly flip through. That's pretty nice face. Okay. I don't know. Plastic Man, number 1 from the miniseries of like the 80s. Yeah, I don't recognize those names, but Preacher, number 59 from the final story arc. I was kind of like gave myself the challenge of trying to see if I can put together a Preacher run from bargain bins, and I've actually been doing pretty good at it. um, Ren and Stimpy Show, the early ones though, no, I don't think so. Ren and Stimpy Show number 34, Solomon Kane number 5. I've talked about this before, and they kind of like read like a fun short story, like Robert E. Howard. I kind of like reading these, like, kind of just get cozy before bed or something. Just drift off to sleep after. But they're fun. You get, like, Blevins and Mignola and some early stuff by guys like that in here. I think, is it Williamson or Milgram or something on inks too? Sorry if I'm getting that wrong. Spawn number 10. Kind of classic. I wonder who did the pull out the poster in this one. Let's see. It'll be worth just taking a quick look on it. It's not in there. Was there ever one? There must have been, right? Did it get pulled out? Well, here's number 11 anyway. I know this one. This is the Frank Miller written one, and it has the Jeff Darrow poster in it if it's still in there. Let's see. There it is. I think it's been a couple years since we got one of these issues and looked at it, so let's just look at it again here. Should I zoom in? Do I need to? Pure Mania. I don't know where his like face is of the guy in here. Do you just like not even? Is it just obscured by the angle and the other stuff? Classic. I'm still looking for that old Treehouse. There's a Treehouse of Terror comic that has like that has a Jeff Darrow like 2-page insert in the center. Kind of early from, I want to say from like late 90s, early 2000s, but it has like a 3/4 top down like bird's eye view of like the whole town of Springfield with like just maybe hundreds of the characters and stuff with just crazy shit happening. It's like an alien invasion and just horror and craziness happening in the whole thing. I used to have that. I don't know whatever happened to it, but that's one worth defacing the magazine or the thing for. I guess you could always photocopy it too. Anyway, going off on a tangent again. The Spectre number 2 by Mention Colon with a Cluta cover. I'm just checking these out until I want to see like number 9. I guess they like fall in love, him and Madame Zana too. Here's number 7, Mignola cover. The Spirit number 21. Swamp Thing number 82. It's kind of a good cover. True Crime number 1. This says this is like based on true crime like stories of the time, maybe even. I think it does purport to be like that kind of thing. Jack Cole. Oh baby, this is gonna be sweet. Lots of text though. So I've kind of been like organizing my to read piles. Like I often do it like I keep my stuff kind of in genres a lot of the time. But also there are some boxes where I'm like I definitely want to read this stuff, but I've been putting them in like piles of like modern or like bronze and earlier, because I know the bronze and earlier is just really texty. So it's kind of like if I want more lighter reading, I'll read like the modern stuff. I know this stuff is almost like reading a little short story or short novel. Like might take about half an hour even. Maybe in 45 minutes or an hour to read comics like this. It's pretty thick. Jack Cole. Uh, yeah, rock and roll. Cool. Unexpected number 219. Vanity number 1. What's the deal? I know I've got this before and I just like kind of liked it. So a second copy there. And here's number 2. I'll revisit it. I'll see if like it's nice enough to pass along to. What if this is volume 2, right? Number 13. What if Professor X of the X-Men had become the Juggernaut? And Jim Lee cover. Kind of early Jim Lee cover, I think. Jamie Delano and John Higgins, World Without End, number 6. Just piecing this together too. Xenon, number 3. Some kind of early manga invasion. Let's flip through because I'm kind of curious about these. This is one series that I wasn't familiar with. Like I was familiar with like Lone Wolf and Cub, Fist of the North Star, Guyver, Bubblegum Crisis, stuff like that. But let's see what we got here. Kind of like if it has like a horror kind of element or action and nice art. Manga is kind of always like kind of fast paced. Kind of on a weekly schedule, I guess, too. Oh yeah, thinking about all the distribution and tariffs and blah blah blah, all the myriad meetup of all these different factors and diamond distributors saying they don't want to like do floppies as much. I'm wondering if maybe that would work if like say Marvel and DC or other publishers were doing kind of like anthologies on newsprint, and then like that way you kind of figure out if you want to like get the trades later of stuff or I don't know, man. It's so weird. I can't like you can never predict the future though. Anybody trying to predict the future usually just ends up looking foolish later. But yeah, I hope things work out. Okay, X-Men Classic number 59, the Mignola cover again. This might be double some of them. Number 60, number 65, yeah, double, definitely. Remember that. Number 258, iconic kind of Jim Lee stuff here. Let's take a look inside, man. Oh no! Wait, it is Jim Lee. Like, I saw that, I'm like, that's not Jim Lee, but it is, okay. I really love how it looks on newsprint, like, I really prefer it. There must be more splash pagey stuff in here. Maybe not. It's not very anchory, is it? Psylocke looking dime. Wow. Maybe this is before he started having anchor pages. Well, here he is, having them. Maybe he figured it out like right like halfway through this issue. Because now it seems like there's anchor pages, yeah. For sure now. There you go. This is a key. This is when Jim Lee figures out to do anchor pages. But no, it's still normal, just like square layout, so. What? Weird. Well, that's 258. Yeah, okay. Young Master, this is is it Larry Hama and Val Merrick? Yeah. These are fun. These are kind of cool if you like kind of the Lone Wolf and Cub-ish kind of vibe. Or old Kung Fu movies type of thing. Young Master number 3. Another copy of that Veach Heartburst. I figured why not for 50 cents. Okay, and I visited like the $2 bins too also, or like the other bins. Totentons. When I showed this to him and I was like, could I look inside there? He's like, what, you don't know what that is? You don't know Totentons? Alfred Kubin's Dance of Death or Dance Macabre. I was like, I guess not. And I'm just messing with you, man. I don't know what that is. Like, go ahead, look at it. So let's take a look. I guess it's based on artists. The Danse Macabre is a trope that goes back to maybe medieval times or more. Toten, oh yeah, Toten means like death, right? Um, Totentons, Franz Liszt. Yeah, it's like skeletons playing instruments or dancing around and stuff. So, this is right up the alley. You can never go wrong with skeletons. If you don't know what to draw, have fun drawing some skulls and skeletons. Get warmed up doing that, maybe. That's pretty nice. Kind of Friar Tuck haircut. The Preacher. This is the fisherman next to him. The basement. Ghost at the ball. Yeah, I thought I'd just, this takes like less than a minute to show some stuff you might not otherwise see. I like black and white. It's always kind of fun seeing some decent black and white art, different techniques and stuff. Moving on though. Weird War Tales number 29. Kind of an early issue to see in the bargain bin there. I consider kind of like lower than issue around like 50 to be like kind of early Weird War Tales that you won't find in bargain bins. Number 30. Wolverine number 7 with Incredible Hulk. He threw these like these were kind of just sitting around, and I was like, how much are these? And he's like, well, they might be damaged, so 50 cents each it ended up being. Beyond the Grave from Charlton, some Charlton horror. Flip through just randomly. I'm curious. I didn't I didn't prepare for this, so there might be like a little bit of wasted time in this video, but it should probably add up throughout to like less than a minute, a couple seconds here or there. I'm sorry, guys. But 50 cents for Haunt of Fear number 7. That's a great deal for EC. Ghastly Graham Engels. What else we got in here? Oh, I should be able to recognize this artist, but he's not one of the ones that... It's not Jack Davis, is it? If it's Jack Davis, I'll recognize it. Johnny Craig. Haunt of Fear. I think, yeah, Engels was like the main guy on Haunt of Fear, right? That was his. I think Jack Davis is Crypt of Terror and Tales from the Crypt. Who's this? Kind of just... Sorry, maybe filibustering, but it's fun to look through EC stuff, right? Usually there is like a good kind of splash panel or like a kind of anchor panel of some kind of gore or something. Well, maybe not so much. Maybe that theory's shot. Red Circle Comics Group Sorcery number something. Grey Morrow cover. Oh, this has some kind of nice art in there. Marvin Channing. Oh, that's nice. Chaikin. The Folker DR. I forget it was DR1 or whatever. Triplane. DR3? Shit, I forget, man. I should know this. I was reading about that like 30 years ago playing Red Baron, the video game, though. I'm going off on all kinds of tangents, but it's fun just hanging out. Vault of Evil number 6. A lot of these, I'm not familiar with this title, but a lot of these like reprint old 1950s Atlas before it was Marvel, right? I'm just kind of like, it's kind of nice finding these for 50 cents. Oh, this is like the reasons why. Okay, some of them are damaged for sure. That's definitely damaged. Vault of Horror number 1. Is this? Yeah, this is mainly Johnny Craig's then. Hey, the Vault. The Witching Hour number 75. This has some kind of cool art in it too. This lady sacrificing the cat. Her hubby is coming in. But sir, shouldn't you have warned your wife you were bringing me home? Nonsense, Lawrence, my boy. Verna loves surprises. Besides, you're practically one of the family. It's not like Verna to... What's that? It smells like incense. Sacrificing a chicken or something. Dead chicken. Verna, what is the meaning of this? Yeah, this is pretty nice. Some of these witching hours, like, what number is this? 75, wow, I'm surprised. Because, they get a little hokey later on. I'm sure you've heard me say that a million times, but the early ones are more like, you know, people doing dark satanic shit. Okay, moving on. Okay, getting to today's visit now, the most recent, with these brand new dollar bins. Angela, Asgard's Assassin #1, Kieran Gillen, and some other names. I don't know who they are, but I guess Marvel with the Angela property, so curious about that. Batman and Robin Adventures. These are similar to the animated series, so kind of fun to look at these. Was always curious about these because in previews magazine, seeing these covers is like, you know, it's probably lighthearted and like a little bit smutty. Bomb Queen. This is #2, #3, #4, #5, #6. Another mini series of Bomb Queen, #1 of 4, #2, #3, #4. Yeah, there's definitely like maybe a tongue-in-cheekish kind of smutty sex appeal, but humorous and like self-aware. But that's the impression I get. But yeah, I avoided another series because it's always like called Trump Card and like kind of based on politics and stuff. I just kind of avoid current events in comics. Anyway, this is another miniseries #2. Captain America #357 with Baron Zemo and the Bloodstone Hunt Part 1. I just remembered enjoying these as a kid. I think my older cousin had some of these, and I'd enjoy flipping through them, reading them. Thought I might take a chance on some of this Ed Brubaker Catwoman at this low price. Especially it has the Paul Pope cover, so maybe he'll kind of lend himself to stuff that he wouldn't want. I feel like he wouldn't want trashy shit associated with his name. Here's a Catwoman #18. Who did this? I can't tell. #30. #31. Oh yeah, it's like Brubaker and Galassi and Palmiotti on this era. #37. Some Maria Lovett's Crave. I check out some Maria Lovett. It's kind of like teen goth girly kind of stuff it seems though, but I check it out and maybe flip them and stuff later. They're always like kind of on the maybe pile. Creatures on the Loose #10. A little bit damaged. Dark Crystal #1. Detonator #2. Some 90s Steve Hughes. 1995-ish, I think. Drawing Blood #2. Another kind of Kevin Eastman associated thing we've just been piecing together. Electra Saga #1. So able to put together a second set or upgrade my old copies maybe. Electra Assassin #7. Almost complete with a second set of these as well to like be able to pass on to a friend or something. I think I'm only missing #5 for a second set of this. Some Kirby with the Eternals #14. John Byrne Fantastic Four #282. I'm just like checking them out. There's actually quite a lot of these there actually if you're looking for them. But yeah, if they got She-Hulk looking good on the cover, I'm kind of trying those out at first. Some Freak Brothers #2. I actually kind of don't like these. I know these are kind of famous, but I feel like it's like, yeah, okay, I get it. They like weed. But I'm like, maybe I can give these to a friend or sell them or something. I think there's like the 9th printing or something, #2. Maybe This is number 4. These are later printings if they have like a dollar cover price, right? Maybe not late, but not the first ones, but whatever. Grimm's Ghost Stories with a Whitman cover. I don't know if that what the deal is there, but Grimm's Ghost Stories number 57. A lot of these can be pretty fun. Charlton Ghostly Tales number 115. The Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves, more Charlton number 37. Some G.I. Joe. This is number 62. I think this is on the list with some of the good storylines. Number 67. Not a bad cover. Number 75. Baroness looking pretty good there. Number 75. Grendel from Kamiko, number 2. A huge run of Bruce Jones and various artists as Diodato on this one, though. On Incredible Hulk. That's number 52. Yeah, these ones I've been. This is one where also I was like, if I ever see these for like $1 each in a big run, I'll grab them, try them out. Number 53, number 66, number 68, number 69, nice. Number 70, Diodato Jr. definitely. He's one of those 90s guys that didn't get like. Fall into a trap of doing the same thing over and over. It seemed like he did get really good. Who knows if he was always really good, though. I've heard that maybe too. Number 74. Number 75. Number 76. Number 77. At this point, Peter David back on the writing. Lee Weeks on the art. Tom Palmer inking. Lady Death at the beginning. Free Comic Book Day. Some of these, like, I swear, some Brian Pulido stuff, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Sometimes it's alright, but I saw this from Boundless, so maybe it's some good stuff. Marvel Fanfare number 48. Nice She-Hulk cover. Thought I'd take a chance. Marvel Knights number 1. Bunch of Marvel tales. I'm always saying these are a fun way to read old Spider-Man. Man, that just looks wicked. That actually looks really good. It's weird how it gives you a sense of like, oh man, he's so vulnerable. Like the fact that he's got some skin of Peter Parker showing through while he's like getting his shirt ripped. Number 62. Number 83. 92. 103. 113. These look pretty sweet. 181. Hulk. 181. Strokes. Marvel Tales 182. 242. 253. They had a bunch of these, which is to my chagrin, because I kind of collect these with the idea of maybe like reselling them and turning people on to Knicks. But maybe this will turn people on to Knicks too. Not that it's like insanely good or anything, but the art is fucking insanely good. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tribute or homage variant to Knicks number 1. Some later issues of Pit. I don't think I've ever even seen these before anywhere. Pit number 12. Number 13. Like I was saying about putting together a bunch of Preacher if I can. Number 29. Number 30. Number 31. 32. 36. Yeah, and maybe, I do resell some stuff once in a while. But if anybody's looking down on me, I clean them. I put all this effort into digging for them and stuff, all these years and hours. I don't know. But it's kind of fun to just see if I can put together this Preacher series. Maybe it's not as like in demand as it used to be, but and there's like kind of a mode of dialogue that might be a bit 90s. But it's pretty sweet still. It's pretty fun to like go back and reread even once in a while. Number 36. Number 43. This is nice Christina's World cover or homage cover by Glenn Fabry. Is it Wyeth that painted the original? I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong. I did know it before, but maybe I'm forgetting. Number 44. Number 47. Number 48. Number 49. This is like the end of the Alamo storyline. Then after that is Salvation, then War in the Sun, then that's it. Number 55. Number 56. This is a pretty sweet cover. Number 57. Number 58. Yeah, this is getting towards the end of the series. Bunch of Red Sonja here. You know, I'll try out Red Sonja different runs when it's $1. Sure. Nice Brereton cover too. Red Sonja Annual number 3. Red Sonja number 4. There's various. Billy Tan and inked by Bat. Is it Bat inking? Bam. My bad. Probably would have been more recognizable if it was Bat. That's number 4. Number 8. Number 13. Number 14. Some Ren and Stimpy show. With the Money Mud Skipper show. They're on the Money Mud Skipper show. Hell yeah, dude. This looks funny already. Yeah, some of these are actually funny. A lot of times when they do like comic adaptations of other properties, it kind of like, you know, it reads like fanfic where it's somebody doing an imitation of the source material, but it doesn't really like ring true, or it's kind of missing that special essence. But these a lot of these Ren and Stimpy comics are actually pretty funny, like the show. They're pretty fun. I wouldn't say all of them are, but a lot of them are, the ones I've read already. Money Mud Skipper, I could just hear his voice saying this. So how long you been in the show business? Hello? Anybody listening there? You lousy bums. 21 of Ren and Stimpy show. 22. I can't remember if that's what Money Mud Skipper's voice sounds like, but he's a legend of the entertainment industry. Alright? Frank Miller's Ronin, number 1 in a $1 bin. What could possibly be wrong with this? Let me open it up. It's got to smell like cat pee or something. Why would it be in a $1 bin, right? Not these are especially rare, maybe. These might have been like printed higher than the amount people wanted for them. I inhaled way too deeply there. I think there is like a little bit of a mold smell. I was joking, but that might be what the... But it's only a little bit of a mold smell. But I'm paranoid of inhaling that. 1 second. Oh, I was joking there, but maybe the joke's on me. It didn't smell very strong, but just like maybe a hint. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know. Otherwise, it seems okay. Maybe I'll revisit it later and see if it really smells like it, or if I was just being hypochondriac. But I don't think I don't tend to operate that way. So maybe I shouldn't sniff it again. But maybe I'll get like high or something if I do. Otherwise, it looks so good. Look at how black the cover is. On a lot of these, you'll see some wear or foxing. Okay, moving on. Some Sabretooth classic. These reprint like older stories, right? Originally, was he like a Spider-Man and Power Man and Iron Fist villain before he was a Wolverine one? I don't know. So I don't know if I'm gonna like these or not. Should the maybe these will seem like they shouldn't even be canon or something after. But Sabretooth Classics number 4, number 10. That Larry Hama and Mark Teixeira Sabretooth number 1. Some Savage Dragon I haven't seen before. Savage Dragon 148 Free Comic Book Day. Savage Dragon Legacy number 1 Free Comic Book Day. Some more Archie horror. Kind of a nice cover. Chilling Adventures in Sorcery number 1 one shot. Yeah, I blew my nose like crazy after smelling that, just in case. Tell my wife and kids I love them. Spawn number 19. Just kidding, I don't have any wife and kids. Because if I did, they'd kill me buying this many comic books. Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 60 with a early Frank Miller cover doing his kind of exploring weird style. Is this like 1980? Yeah, 1981. So that's kind of cool. Finally, these Todd McFarlane Spider-Mans. I say that as if they're really hard to get, but I just never really felt like spending that much money on them. I just missed them when I was a kid. Like I wanted to read these, but I kind of just like never got the opportunity to buy them. Maybe they were more like direct market at that time. So, and honestly, I never got to ever read these. So now I'll finally get to read them. Kind of Todd McFarlane's goth Spider-Man before he left and did Spawn, right? Kind of gothy. Isn't there even like child killers and stuff? Kind of like a Billy Kincaid style in this or something. Number 2, number 3, number 4. No, number 5. Ah, nuts. Number 6. Number 7. Number 9. You thought I was going to say number 8, didn't you? Number 10. Number 11. Number 12 with Wolvie. Todd McFarlane Wolverine. Extra sharp teeth. Number 14. Number 15. Yeah, I didn't have number 8 because that's the one with Spider-Man's fucking primo ass. Just caked out. Have that one already, I know. Number 15. Number 16, Todd's last issue of Spider-Man there. This is one that I always said, damn, that cover looks sweet. It's Steve McNiven, I guess, on the cover, right? On the art. I didn't know he did the interior art. Otherwise, I would have grabbed maybe more of these that they had there. Charles Soule, or Soule, however you say it, who did some of like Death of Wolverine and Return of Wolverine. People say he's a pretty good writer, but I didn't really. I guess I read some of Return of Wolverine and maybe some other random comics by him, and I was like, what the fuck ever. But this was actually fun to read, man. Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters. The Prelude, so kind of like a number 0. I would try out more of these maybe. Even though I'm not hardcore into Star Wars, but this was fun to read. Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters. Forlom and Zuckuss. Zuckuss Must Die. Yeah, this looks like off the wall, so I imagine it's creative. Tales of Asgard number 1. Whenever I've seen this in bargain bins, I wondered what it was, but I was like, is it Simonson? I'll check it out if he's doing some like Asgardian stuff. He seems to always do good with that. But on the interior, it's actually Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. I don't know if it's reprinted from elsewhere, but yeah, kind of a thick issue too. So we'll see about that. Terror Inc. Apocalypse Soon. David Lapham on the writing with the property that was the late Jorge Safino's when he was alive, isn't it? So kind of interesting. I don't know these other names, but yeah, I like both those dudes, Lapham and Safino. That's number 1, number 2, and number 3. Thor God-Size one-shot. I saw that it was Brereton, maybe. Hopefully he's on the art, but I guess with all these names there, maybe he's doing some co-writing or something. Time Wankers. Here's one that will soon be adopted into a general audience's movie. Probably not, actually. You've seen me talk about this maybe before. Like indie erotica comedy, where they're time traveling and having sex and getting involved in sex acts and drama throughout different eras of time. And this one involving a minotaur in at least one scene when I was flipping through. Very explicit stuff. They're definitely not going to be adapting this into anything anytime soon. I'll buy that for $1. Funny to find this. Uncanny Avengers number 2. I saw this Rick Remender and John Cassaday, so definitely we'll try that out. Weapon X number 10. Curious about these. Number 11. Number 14. Wolverine number 16. I feel like these are kind of undervalued maybe. Number 19. Number 25. 61. Getting that Larry Hama and Mark Teixeira era. Number 63. 65. 68. Jeff Loeb and Simone Bianchi. Wolverine 310. 51. 52. 53. X-Men #1. Rare comic. But I actually don't see this Magneto cover too often. Cerebro. Magneto. #2. #3. Yeah, I've never actually like read these in succession or even had them. Also, gonna see about that. #6. Psylocke the Queen. Uncanny X-Men. A later issue with #8 with Psylocke and Phantom X. I do like those characters, so just thought I'd try out like a random issue from a run I'm not familiar with. New X-Men with Morrison and Quitely. That's number 138. We are 138. Is this like getting towards the end of New X-Men even? X-Men Blue #1, because I saw it's like Cullen Bunn, who just kind of I'm not like in love with his ass, but he's decent sometimes. From the 50-cent bin, Punisher War Journal #1. It's not that beat up, but it is like a little bit. It's kind of like little. Can you see these? Yeah, you can see like these kind of like something was like pressed into it or something, but that's cool. I mean, if it was in good shape, it would be like $10 or $15 or something weird. Anyways, Astonishing X-Men Ghost Boxes by Warren Ellis, a mini series of 2. That's #1 and #2. I never read this one, so curious. From his $3 bins, but he may be a bit of a deal. The Demon, Jack Kirby, #13. These are all like his other bins, like the $2 and $3 bins. I do recommend them if you want to like. You'll see. Like that's #13. Here's this Incredible Hulk, #377. This is worth like what, 10, 15 or more. There's another version that's worth like way more if it's like really neon bright green. But this one is no slouch. Silver Surfer with the Stan Lee and Mobius #1 for $3, but again like discounted because of bulk. Yeah, I mean some of these are worth like 10 or $15, right? Spider-Man #1 with that foil cover. I had this when I was a kid, but I've been if I finally could get it for like relatively cheap, so I went ahead and did that. A minor key, I guess it's considered, first Psylocke as a ninja, 256 of Uncanny X-Men. Yeah, these are like good deals, man. Turned on Cuties, an underground comic from like 1972. Let's flip through here quick. I don't know if I'm running out of space on the phone though. Let's try to do it quick. Don't report me. I'm not trying to titillate anybody, but yeah, I better. Lots of different guys in here. Some Crumb, Flying Femmes. These are pretty cool. Yeah, underground stuff. Crumb, and I like the Flying Femme stuff. But yeah, this is in sick ass shape too. For it to get from 1972 and like yeah, those pages are like not dusty at all or anything. From 1972 into my grubby hands. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Dan Madcat, great stuff there, man. Great deals. There was just ending it off and trying to talk fast. This other vendor that's there. How do I describe him? Like, the only way I can describe him, I don't know his name, but he looks like Rorschach, the actor who played Rorschach in the Zack Snyder movie, except with like browner hair. Dark Horse Presents #43. It has aliens, so these are from a dollar bin he had. Is this a vest cover? DHP #75. Marvel's Greatest 45. Just speeding through these. Paul Dini and Kenneth Rockavolt, Madame Mirage. Kind of nice art in this. Let's see. I better keep moving though. Yeah. Metacops. I saw this from Monster Comics. Crack, you told me before that Monster Comics is like Fantagraphics is like kind of fantasy action sci-fi or like underground monster type shit maybe. Wing. Richard Corbin's Den Saga #1. he let me pay $5 for this instead of 8, which is a pretty sweet deal. $5 for this also. Goblinoid Games Labyrinth Lord. Look at this, like 80s or late 70s style art. I guess this is kind of using open source-ish kind of Dungeons and Dragons. So that's pretty cool because a lot of that is pretty expensive nowadays. I love like second edition. I don't know if this could even be like earlier, but I think this uses like the die 20, right? I'm trying to talk fast, guys. I'm like running out of space on the phone. Lastly, there is like a bunch of oh wait, I better show this first in case I run out of room. This Akira clown gang, Joker, the leader of the clown gang figure. He had 20 on it, but I got it for 15. I think it's worth more, but it's just, you know, a lot of figures I stay away from only unless I love the series. And with figures, they often get the face wrong, but on this one, they got it. Everything is just perfect. The Joker here. Okay, lastly, if you go to that flea market, there's actually a section, like say if you're there with like your girlfriend or something, and she's like, "What the fuck? You're gonna spend hours looking at comics?" Just tell her there's a section that has like shirts for like $10 that are pretty sweet if you're willing to. It's like tucked away in a corner though. I did some shopping for some like cousins or sisters or something because they have cool shirts, but a lot of them are like small or medium. So maybe for the ladies, Deadmau5 shirt. These for my sister. Yeah, this for Ren and Stimpy shirt. Pretty cool, pretty big. Um, Notorious B.I.G. That's a big guy. That's a big shirt. Almost done. There's cool stuff to be found. You just, you know, I love digging. You get rewarded. The Weeknd, because my kid sister loves The Weeknd, or at least she used to. I don't hear her listen to him too much these days, but. And then found one for me. ODB. In a larger size. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe if you care to do so. Talk to me about comics, talk to each other and stuff. Always nice to hear from you. And more to come. We'll be seeing ya. Alright, cheers. Happy hunting out there.